lavender, really reticulated python. So Asian snake.
Yeah, look at Evan.
Still young. I think she's only about 12 feet right now, and they can get up.
I got a wristband.
So she's still growing. Rats. Probably could eat bigger, but that's all we have.
And 9-year-olds, right?
Huh?
It'll eat 9-year-olds? No? No?
Then what about those cobras in the more venomous ones?
Wow.
Oh, also the same. So, well, not rabbits. We don't have any cobras big enough to be rabbits, but also rats. And we get frozen rats in by the thousands. And
Check that out.
We just thaw them out as we need them, and then. But it just takes a little more concentration and care to feed the dangerous ones than it does to feed those ones. You did a great job, you guys.
Evan, I want you to hold that one. Come on.
Just want to
Are
drop
you
your tail,
kidding
maybe?
me? Come on.
Oh, good. Good job. Want to try and hold their tail while I hold their face? Yeah. There you go. Good job.
Do they get
The
along?
Florida king snake. For the short term, yes, but
Okay,
Shackles
good.
is a snake eater, not
Oh,
exclusively,
really?
but sometimes. So even though Genevieve is a little big, I probably wouldn't leave him in the same enclosure together
okay.
every night.
Oh, he's fat too.
I got proof now.
What kind of snake did you say it was?
This is a piebald ball python.
Is it shedding? Or
No,
is that
so this
just...
is part of its color pigment. It just means that these white, all that white you see in her, those skin cells never produced any kind of color pigment whatsoever.
Just no pigment.
Just
Wow.
no pigment, like a calico cat.
Okay. All right.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry to cut you short. Are you ready?
Okay.
Sorry about you.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just don't want to hurt him. Perfect.
Thank
Okay.
you, guys, and please feel
Oh,
free
thank
to pull
you.
out a chair.
Okay.
You guys, thank you for being so kind to them. I so appreciate it. Everybody did a great job. Thank you. Please feel free to take photos, guys. It doesn't bother the animals or us. Flash is fine, so don't be shy. Like I said, Carl and I will be out at the end, so enjoy the program, you guys.
Now keep it nice and steady. Stand up here so you can really see. I want to be able to see. So stand way up here.
On red, that's for a fellow. So yellow on red, that's a coral snake. And they have a black head, not a red head. The scarlet king snake has a red head and the coral snake has a black head. So that's really the easiest way to remember right there. Here he is. Like, ooh, that's a real snake.
The eastern coral snake is a shy, secretive, and normally inoffensive snake. A good thing, since drop for drop, the coral's venom is perhaps the most toxic of any snake in North America. The coral is also a spectacularly beautiful snake. Its brilliant red, yellow, and black banding pattern is easily recognizable, and the well-known rhyme, red to yellow, kill a fellow, is a quick guide to tell it's a coral. Watch as the coral bites. You will see just a drop of straw-colored venom. This tiny amount is in fact a lethal dose. Just 4 or 5 milligrams is probably enough to kill an adult. The coral snake is closely related to the cobras, mambas, and sea snakes. A member of the elapid family, he has a small front fixed fang, and although unable to penetrate sneakers, shoes, or perhaps even thick pants, the coral is a capable biter when he chooses to be. perfectly able to bite a finger, hand, or any other part of the body. Coral snake venom contains powerful neurotoxins capable of disrupting a victim's ability to breathe. Symptoms, which include difficulty in swallowing, difficulty in speaking, droopy eyelids called ptosis, and eventually respiratory failure, are sometimes delayed, not setting in for hours after a bite. When they do set in, they can be rapid and dramatic. Antivenom is extremely important in treating coral snake bites. The Pfizer Corporation is once again producing a coral snake antivenom. In addition, a Mexican antivenom, as well as several other foreign serums, do seem to be effective in treating bites by the North American coral snakes. Coral snakes feed almost exclusively on other snakes and small ground-dwelling lizards. Because it is difficult to obtain a steady food supply in captivity, the coral snakes that bed toxin are tube-fed a pre-measured high-protein diet. Watch as the tube is gently inserted and the diet moved into the snake's stomach. This will hold the coral until his next venom extraction and feeding 14 days from now.
Both of them look mad.
I had to change him out of my truck.
In the hospital, you can.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd have to wear gloves though. I'd be scared. Look at her, she's just, of course, that was just food she was handling. Well, what do you think, guys?
Hopefully not.
It's good to watch, you don't have it done yourself. Much like my poisons.
Oh, everybody.
Oh. Wait, there's also
Looks like a martini glass.
wine glass. Oh, those are big.
The southern copperhead is a brilliantly patterned pit viper of the southeastern United States. This snake is found throughout the coastal plain from eastern Texas to southeastern North Carolina, and is still common in many of these areas. His close relatives, the northern copperhead, broad-banded copperhead, Osage, and Trans-Pecos copperheads, can be found from West Texas through parts of the Great Plains up the Mississippi River Valley and over a large part of the Appalachian mountain chain. The snakes you see today are all southern copperheads.
They are pretty.
Copperhead bites, although almost never fatal, still involve swelling, significant pain, nausea, and sometimes tissue destruction. Antivenom is only used sometimes in copperhead envenomations. The southern copperhead produces a venom long sought after by researchers. This venom contains an important protein called contortrestatin. Contortrestatin inhibits platelet aggregation and cellular adhesion.
He is fighting.
These properties have taken this protein into a variety of cancer research. Watch as the snake is gently captured and induced to bite. You will see a small amount of venom fall along the interior of the glass. It takes literally thousands of venom extractions to produce appreciable amounts of venom.
You said it takes thousands of extractions.
After the snake is bitten, he will be returned to his clean enclosure, fed, and left alone for 14 days until his next venom extraction cycle.
That was a double whammy there. You did good.
Mhm. He just wants to get back to his bed. He's recliner. He wants his TV recliner.
Are they gonna put that on something?
No, he's gonna take it out.
Well, that's a lot.
Mhm. You know, it looked like a few drops, but it's more than that.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see like how much they actually need to make it venom. Like, is it a drop of that like mixed in because they're putting it in horses and sheep or for the cancer stuff? Like how much?
Oh, we still got that in there.
That's the one you gotta watch out for at our house. They're never by the water, they're always in the cardboard.
No.
Big one.
Yeah.
I know, you guarantee. Oh, the glass got big.
Yeah, look how big that glass is.
Is that bigger than the other one?
Yeah, look at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it really looks like a wine glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's it?
And it has toxic on it.
Oh, is it?
The Florida cottonmouth is a large, dangerous, and pugnacious snake. This snake and its close relatives range over the coastal plain and up the Mississippi River Valley of the southeastern United States, from eastern Texas to the very southeastern corner of Virginia.
Oh,
No, no,
The Florida cottonmouth is known throughout the state of Florida
Goodness, the company.
and on most of its barrier islands.
Shake him looking down.
This snake is still extremely common in some areas
Oh.
and often
Oh!
around the reptile
It's a more.
discovery center.
Oh, my
That's
gosh.
a lot.
Oh! More?
Because of their large size,
Wow. Let's get
copious
that
amounts of
off.
venom,
Yep, gosh.
and disagreeable nature,
That's what.
cottonmouths can in fact be very dangerous.
Another one.
Big one.
Although this snake
Just the way she reacted.
is almost never fatal, a bite can and does require antivenom and can result in significant tissue destruction and other complications if not treated properly.
Wow.
Cottonmouths can grow up to 6 feet in length, although 3.5 feet is about average for an adult.
Oh, yeah.
They make excellent captives,
Yeah.
and many of the 100 or so housed in Nantuxet were bred, born, and raised here at the lab.
That was one time so black.
They often live over 20 years in captivity, and they are excellent venom producers.
These people have to be big.
As the snake is captured
No.
and approaches the collecting glass, we sometimes move his head past the glass rapidly in an effort to give the snake some visual stimulus and induce a bite.
I know.
Sometimes
Look
as
at
the
this.
snake
Just on his
bites,
head.
Why
you
is
can see
that
the
his
venom
mouth?
glands just behind the eye contract.
He's mad.
This venom is used in the preparation of profab
I see
antivenom,
a bigger snake. Okay, that's
which is used to treat bites from all of North America's pit vipers. Although true aggression in cottonmouths is rare, and most of the stories are exaggerated, this snake will sometimes stand his ground, and when approached, he will gape, open his mouth, and show the cotton white interior,
what, there's like a whole bucket.
giving the snake its name, cottonmouth, and warning an intruder not to get too close.
Show us.
And he's
Oh. And that rattlesnake. You're not surprised.
Like I said, I see him in my yard all the time. And then they get rocky and eat you. If they're poisonous. If they're not poisonous, because we have a black snake that is our friend, our family friend. And we
Which
keep
one,
him.
Chris? These are gonna be big snakes.
It's hard to tell because, you know, they bring out babies too. You don't know what they're gonna bring out.
Yeah. That snake wasn't here somewhere.
The eastern diamondback rattlesnake is the largest, most dangerous venomous snake in North America.
It's a big
Let's
snake.
be big because
Oh,
your
we
mom,
dropped it.
grandma's.
This snake, one of our favorite Florida natives,
Here, you sit here.
is actually found from extreme southeastern North Carolina throughout the coastal plain to extreme southeastern Louisiana, throughout all of Peninsula Florida and many of its barrier islands. Unfortunately, the eastern diamondback has been extirpated in parts of its former range and is in decline in many areas where it was once common. This magnificent reptile is found in a variety of habitats.
Oh
It coexists with a large number of other species in Gopher Coast.
Did you see?
Pine flatwoods and border areas between upland habitats and low-lying swamp are some of the eastern diamondback's favorite. Diamondbacks feed exclusively on warm-blooded prey, with rabbits, rats, and squirrels all being normal parts of an adult's diet.
Oh, my lord.
The eastern diamondback is capable of injecting huge amounts of a very toxic venom,
Oh my
or even worse, to a child, can rapidly be fatal if not
Oh
treated
man, I
properly.
had a heart attack on that
The Reptile Discovery Center
Oh,
and
look
the
at that.
Toxin Metal Laboratories,
Oh my god.
and two other institutions,
Oh my god.
providing this
Is that all
venom
now?
to
What's
the
He did that on purpose, right?
Neither one of them look frazzled.
Diamondback rattlesnakes are delicate captives.
Look how much venom's in there.
Extreme care is taken in handling these snakes for safety and
He's rattling, he's
fair
rattling.
supply of venom for antiserum.
You're gonna have dreams tonight, Melissa.
And we work diligently on our captive breeding program, hoping to ensure a stable and
Looks like
productive
I'm
colony
warning you.
of eastern diamondbacks.
I wish you'd quit dropping them, no, about that heart attack.
What if someone thought that was orange juice?
If they do drop it, I'm running out of the house. I'm running.
Well, she's all locked up. We're
Yeah, they're behind.
What if someone strangely opens the door?
right. It would be like a
Who
horror
wanted
house.
This is a horror house.
They're bigger what?
This is just good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
She
it's
just
just
put it in
It's
her hand.
long
They're
as
strapped.
it's not, it's not an open
Yeah, but
wound.
thank you for it now.
I don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll have to ask
Well,
her, 'cause
that'd be
she's
a
gonna
question
come
for
out,
show and
yeah.
tell.
That's a snake. Oh yeah, because you're getting like, what if it's one of those?
And man, they fight. Oh.
Someone's gonna get bit soon because these are fighting.
Okay, what's next?
Cobra. Your glasses are appropriate for your business. Decide on that.
Probably gonna trade them in after
Yeah. Trade them at the gift store.
I would like a different color.
Yes.
Could have an alligator or something.
Yeah, right. We get rid of this,
Leopard.
You guys
something.
want to say an honest event to the deer farm up there?
yeah,
We
that
did.
was last year,
We
wasn't it?
did that last year.
Oh, this is
when we
smaller.
did,
No,
the year
This is
before.
If you
smaller.
get a chance to
Okay.
go to the
Yeah,
one at
for sure.
Yosemite, it's a longer drive.
Yo, there's
But
gonna be
it
that.
is excellent.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's full of all kinds of gators, it's clean, they've got a splash park.
Last time I went to the one in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially summertime.
I mean, they're big at the gator.
The
Oh.
Asian or monarch cobra
Oh, it's almost like
is a dramatic and dangerous snake.
Oh my God!
Like most true cobras, when threatened or frightened, this snake will display a hood. The hope is to look larger and more dramatic, scaring
Yeah,
away
look at her,
potential
she's
predators.
gonna go clean the cage.
Although there are many stories about the emblem on the
If I was
cobra's
handling that, I
hood,
would pee myself by then.
its real purpose is probably to confuse predators.
Look at.
There's
Oh.
another
Cobras.
chihuahua color.
Are
That's a
extremely
lot of venom
dangerous.
for a tiny snake. That's
They have a very toxic venom and are capable of producing large quantities of it. The Asiatic and his close relative, the Indian cobra, are still responsible for many snakebite deaths each year, ranging over a large part of Southeast Asia. The monocle cobra is still quite common in many areas.
Wow, it's her. Bigger than, the more they come, the bigger they are.
Cobras
Yeah.
It does
small,
rattle.
fixed front
Yeah,
legs.
the other thing.
And as the snakes are used to fighting, you can often see these
Look
things.
at an anaconda.
They're torturing us.
Often
They make it
contain
like-
powerful
They make it an
Oh,
that's
transmission and resulting in paralysis and respiratory arrest.
Oh,
10 to 20 milligrams of cobra venom is a lethal dose for an adult.
Wow.
You stared at me.
As you watch the cobra bite,
You stared at me.
they are routinely producing over 100 milligrams of venom during a single extraction.
Oh.
Milligrams.
Cobra venom is rich in a host of proteins and toxins, which have varied uses in biochemical research.
It's gonna last a long time.
Monocle cobra venom is used not only to make antivenom, it's currently being used in viral research, organ transplant work, neuromuscular chemistry, and the list goes on.
Oh.
Gators can't get AIDS. They can't.
Most cobras
Hepatitis.
make long-lived hardy captives.
All the stuff that kills us.
Many of the cobras you see here
So
were
now
born
there is a research.
and raised at the Reptile Discovery Center and Metropolitan Venom Laboratories.
We're gonna have a hot.
It is not uncommon for our cobras to live 20 years or more, and they are one of the most important members of our venom line.
There gonna be any more?
I'm thinking there.
Yep.
Blondie.
Oh,
Big ol'.
That's white.
That's
beautiful. I like his color, but
That's
he
really
will
gorgeous.
kill you. He's
Wow.
like, could you?
It's like staying it up there, just, yeah.
He goes, here I am.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No,
Yeah, that got you out of your chair, didn't it?
Beer?
There we go.
Oh, that's a lot. What is that?
Just a bunch of
What's that?
so that one of them will come out clear.
Super first.
Spruce.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Huh?
Very good. We'll ask you. This questions gets longer.
Look at the other. One of these is gonna be there. I don't know.
Alright.
This should be the last one.
The end.
The end.
Yeah, that one falling off the table was perfect.
Guys, any questions?
Yeah.
Did you hear the
So.
Did you hear the screams?
I did.
When that one fell off the table, we were.
I did hear them today, yeah. Good screaming.
How often do you get it?
I got a question.
Well, I've had 11 bites in the last 23 years. I haven't been bitten in 9 years. I've been safe for a long time. Memorial Day was 9 years. So it's been good for a long time. We had some
Which
dreadful
days
snake
have
bites.
you been bit by?
Okay, let's see. Black mamba, green mamba, West African green mamba, Asian cobra, green eastern diamondback rattlesnake bite, Mojave rattlesnake, copperhead cottonmouth, green tree viper.
Lord, every
So you
single.
keep the antivenom here so you can just.
Antivenom you really can't give to yourself. It has to be given in a hospital. Antivenom is either equine or bovine, horse or sheep antibody, so it's a foreign protein, so often you'll react to that. But we keep antivenom for all of our exotic snakes here because if I go to the hospital with a cobra bite, they don't have any antivenom. So we have an agreement with this local hospital where they will administer foreign serum. They'll give me anything I tell them to, out of date serum, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the native antivenom they stop, so we don't have to keep here. And that's how that works, yeah.
Gee, God.
Wow.
You'd think you'd be bit now and it would be nothing. You've got all that stuff in your body, you know?
Yeah, you know, it's the opposite. It's a bad joke. I am allergic to snake venom. All that stuff you see on the bottom of the table is epinephrine and Benadryl and an airway kit to keep me alive till I get to the hospital. I have this terrible reaction called anaphylaxis now. Sometimes if you're exposed to snake venom, you build antibody, but they don't last. And that actually works against you because now your body recognizes this foreign protein as an intruder, as a problem, so you have an allergy event.
I have a question. So when you were, I was wondering, like, what happens if the venom gets on the outside of that glass and you touch
Skin,
it?
no problem.
It's not.
No sweat.
It has
Wash
to be
it.
a puncture.
Has to be a puncture or your eyes. Your eyes is a problem. But otherwise bloodstream.